Hello, my name is Tae Kim from Igyong. Today I talk about global economic of which I talk about Korea's and United States of America, China and Japan's global economy. First one is Korea. Currently, the nation's economic situations continue to grow, mainly centered on export-oriented conglomerates. Last quarter, Korea's major conglomerates continued to grow notable growth except for China environment. There are many companies like Samsung to try to grow our economy. However, the public is not happy with the growth of big business of Korea because the general public think that the growth of big business grow by their sacrifice and they only falls short of the proportions of large corporations. So if we fail to narrow this gap, our nation's growth will not continue. Countries such as Taiwan and Singapore has outsourced their economics to the United States and lead the economy. So we have to, the nation's current economic situation is largely attributed to the growth of the big business and the growth of popularity of the nation's economic growth, but it's lacking much is the run-up to the coming of the first industry and the lodging start of the upcoming first industrial revolution. And second is United States of America. Until now, the United States accounts for more than 25% the global economy. All products such as internet, computers, and telephones were born and raised in the United States and spreads throughout the world. So many universities in the United States are very high, and there are many famous universities in the United States. And moreover, it has been done so far as the import oil from the Middle East, but now it has become a source of the oil on the basis of shale gas. And next one is China. China's current economic status can be said to grow through debt. The amount of debt owned by the central governments and local governments to business through banks is currently uncertain. And some research showed that there are 200 million people living less than $2 a day, and 600 million people live less than $5 a day. So even though the economy is shaking slightly, the lives of the people can fall in the miserable conditions. So many people in Korea refers to China as a G2 country, which is a country beyond the United States, but the G2 is often used in the nation's most populous country and internationally recognized by the United States. China has been quietly expanding its national power and rapidly grow thanks to the Deng's reform efforts. And this is the South China Sea. There are many countries with China Sea, but China is attacked. There are many countries because of China Sea. So China have to try to correct there are many laws. And there are the issues of issue will eventually become an economic problem. If you live well enough, you can easily manage problems, but you cannot control the problem if problem occur in the one place. And last one is Japan. It seems that the Japan overcame deflation of the 1990s and laid for the foundations for new growth, but it isn't. The result of also the result affirmance of other comics, but it remains to be seen whether the Japanese bank has improved the fund since the Japanese bank has ended in monthly inflation policy. Although the government and the people the past have continued to endure growth in the past and have grown up in the old age, it is doubtful whether the growth will be possible the world's largest of area. So under this condition, the rise in welfare spending due to the lack of young people and the populations expected to suffer a lot. Even recently, the U.S. Federal Reserve has increased interest rates and the nation is issuing a state of government bond every year due to the tax and the burdens and insufficient tax. So I think the first industrial revolution will be control the global economy of the future. So I think the survey showed that the world become more interested in the world's servants, politics and economics and wanted to learn more. In particular, social has realized that everything is a closely connected medium. Since the world will be ahead of us in the future, we must prepare for the preparations and the advance ahead of the time. However, I regret that Korea has yet to realize its importance. In particular, we should be more concerned with the fourth industrial revolution. And last, I thought of how big the importance of the leaders was when I examined China, Japan, and the US. It was because the choice of the leader could change the fate of the country. China should prepare for the future economic weakness, while Japan should provide solutions for aging and national debt. And the last, the United States need to live harmony with the world, and Korea needs to be interested in international affairs with leaders who can foster more power and the leaders of the nation well. So, thank you for listening to my speech.